What's up, guys? Welcome back to another space flight simulator video. In this one, we're going to be making a Tethys base, or like Tethys. How do you pronounce that? I'm just gonna call it Tethys or Tethys. Dude, I don't know. Hold on. Please tell me in the comments how to pronounce Tethys, whatever. I'm just gonna say Tethys, though. You can see we're making the actual lander. A part, actually. Not a lander. I mean, it's gonna land, yeah, but it's like not a simple lander. It's a base. We're gonna be adding a few ion engines. Not many because the gravity is so low that you don't really need powerful engines. Now we're making the other section. Gonna be making a larger part now. Gotta choose a bigger one, and it kind of looks like a tunnel that, like, is between them. I was contemplating where to put the engines. I decided in the end not to put any engines. Actually, in the end, I did decide to put engines, but somewhere else. I added RCS for control. I wanted to add windows, but for some reason I couldn't, and I didn't have any window textures, so I just decided to color them like that, like in a way. I don't know how, or like, don't really remember. I decided to make a bluish color, yeah. Both of them. I also decided if I could make it silver, but in the end I thought, let's just keep it blue. Added the probe. I actually forgot to add probes to the rest of the modules, which is kinda stupid of me. You can see that one doesn't have any probe. Messing around with the textures, trying to find something that works well. Decided on that. Next, I wanted to add the solar panels that are laid out on the ground for power. We're so far out, though, that solar panels are not really necessary, but there are crafts, or like, not crafts, there are craft that have went to Saturn, even farther than Saturn, and they used solar panels. I couldn't name you any, but I know that, yeah. Let's just say they're really big solar panels or something. Which, even though they aren't, I guess it's whatever, since we are now past that. We are making the fairing, which I actually did now, so we're no longer making the fairing. We haven't ever been making the fairing. We're building the fairing. That's the word. Yeah. This is my longest video yet, so expect the commentary to be very boring, since I don't really have anything to commentate on yet. I made the transfer stage. I was messing around with the textures, trying to find something that works really well. I definitely wanted to add that United States thingy, majig, so I elongated it. There were no fuel tanks that were long enough. But whatever, now we're making the launch stage. I love to make my launch stages really, really tall for some reason. It's just fun. I was like thinking, should I use Titan engines, but they're not big enough. So I used the modded engine. I know someone's gonna ask me what mod it is. Because that's happened before. I'm just gonna tell you, but like, not now. You gotta wait. Gotta wait because I need engagement and views and stuff. Like, you know, I do think that my rockets actually turn out really cool and beautiful and realistic too. Like, I feel like that this rocket looks really realistic. It looks like something that would actually be built in real life, not ugly and like a game. But here on the launch pad, setting Tethys, showing Tethys out, or not like. Not showing Tethys out, like choosing Tethys because I originally wanted to send this base somewhere really cool, like for example Enceladus, but I didn't want to actually copy a fellow creator. And I mean, I did think of sending it to Enceladus before, but I mean, there's no harm in sending it to Tethys, to be honest, and I mean, it doesn't really matter. We can do Enceladus another time, because, like, it would look really weird if I also did the Enceladus base, so we're doing Tethys, which was a kind of last-minute decision, but I think Tethys in SFS 1.6 looks really cool, to be honest, with the colors it has, like, the like, what? I can't seem to find an image of it. I do remember it's colored. Yeah, it has like a yellow spot, and like the rest is like grayish. Yeah, you can see now we've assembled it. We're in the process of assembling it, but we haven't assembled it yet. You can see I'm trying to dock here. For some reason I didn't use RCS. I don't know why I didn't use RCS. And we're gonna lower our orbit. I just blew past. For some reason I always forget to press the on button. That's okay though. I was trying to get the thing in Tethys' orbit so we can maybe get an encounter without actually having to do a ton of stuff, which is kind of lazy, but I mean, it's whatever. We also definitely needed more fuel, and I was too stupid to realize that, so I had to like refuel, I think. Yeah, whatever. For some reason I couldn't get the periapsis lower. So that's weird. We barely had enough fuel to get into orbit and stuff. And land. You can see Tethys there for a second, a split second, the yellow stuff. Now we're landing, activating all of the engines. Ion engines. Ion engines are pretty cool, to be honest. I like the blue and stuff, like the electric blue. You saw Tethys there for another second. I was trying to flip this thing around and drop the thing, but we were going too fast, and yeah, so I revert. Land slower this time. Not fast. And there we go. We actually let it go. And it would have been really boring if it was just this What am I doing here? Guys, I was tired and I was just doing random stuff. I was trying to redock this thing for some reason because I undocked it and I just couldn't get it like docked again. So this is just kind of a side quest I was doing. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? I could have docked here, but the stupid magnets like did that, so yeah, I decided whatever, let's just revert and send the stupid lander. I couldn't get it. I was trying to dock, maybe I could have done it, never mind. And there we go. You can see Saturn now, too, and Tethys for a second. You can also see other celestial bodies, like Mimas and stuff. So let's remove the whole thing, the whole upper stage. Let's add more fuel in this stage. Messing around with the textures to see like what looks best. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to commentate on right now. I was just trying textures out to see what works best. Cool, now we are actually making the lander. I took inspiration from Kerbal Space Program landers and ended up on using this design, which is ripped a bit from like I took inspiration, alright? I took inspiration from the Enceladus Space video that my fellow SFS content creator made, which it's not my proudest moment. I didn't have my proudest moments in this video, like at all. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not like that bad. I'm gonna do something way worse and destroy my dignity. So stay tuned to see me completely destroy my reputation, my self image by doing something really stupid. The end, which I probably should have thought about. But yeah, I'm a stupid little guy. I'm a stupid little guy, guys. Lift off. Turning. Not turning, but doing gravity turn. It's a canon event, guys. It has to happen. Like, in every video. It happened last video, too, where I did not stage it properly and just completely destroyed everything. The whole rocket had a launch failure, so... Not a launch failure, but it had a failure further in the launch sequence. There's the, like, megaphone truck. If you hear it, then sorry. Like, yeah. Okay, transfer burn. Yeah. I was checking the fuel. I was relentlessly checking the fuel to see if we have enough, because I honestly had no idea if we did have enough. I was checking to see if I put any RCS. No, I didn't put any RCS on this rocket, so we have to turn manually, which is really stupid, and I probably should have made the rocket way better with more fuel, since you gotta see what happens and when we run out of fuel. Yeah, deorbit here, or not deorbit, since deorbiting would mean being already in orbit and lowering your orbit until you crash. So we are orbiting here. I wanted to get like a normal clockwise orbit. Like, is it clockwise? Yeah, it's clockwise. I looked at my clock to check for some reason. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't matter if I got a counterclockwise orbit either, but like, I want it to be normal. Now we staged everything. I like the design, honestly, with the 2 ion engines and the one Colibri, or however the heck you pronounce it, since I have no idea. Colibri, I think, though. Now, I've gotta land. How did I actually manage to land directly on top of the base? So I gotta get next to it. I really like the engines, how they look. The mod is named The Vacuum. Thanks to Lego Sonic Fan 17 for telling me about that mod, since I didn't know about it either. And I saw him use it in his videos, and I thought, that's pretty cool. So yeah, now we exit the sphere of influence of Tethys. I don't know how you pronounce that. Let me actually check. How do you pronounce Tethys? How do you pronounce Tethys? There we go. Tethys. Alright, so I've been saying it correctly. It's Tethys. So that's cool. Yeah. Now we're going back to Earth. Burning. We might you can see the fuel. It's draining pretty fast, which is not good. That's not good. Only have half of our fuel. It's really annoying because we got a moon encounter. To be honest, maybe it would have been better because we could have done a gravity assist. But whatever now. I mean, it's too late. I've already recorded the video. I've actually tried to do a gravity assist before. It ended like badly. So I decided not to repeat that trauma, which probably wouldn't have ended that badly now that I think of it. And see, I didn't have enough fuel, so I'm desperately burning towards the Earth, because like I know that the heat shields are really good and they are really resistant. Since in my live stream where I went to the moon and back in real time, it protected us from like ballistic re-entry. We were going so fast, but this time, yeah. So I had to.
Why did you open that? She's cheating.